Yeah, you're saying it right. Your boys for prize picks. Put in $5. Win or lose, you get $50 back. It's free bread, man. Go ahead and get the free bread at prize picks, baby. Use code CDotty when you're making your account. CDotty. YouTube. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy CDotty. Today we got the craziest trade in NBA history. It really happened, bruh. It's AD. They traded AD for Luka, man. I don't know what they finna do. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm not a Lakers fan, so I'm hurt about it. I don't know what they finna do with the big man situation, but they better figure it out. Because Luka needs a big man to how he plays, and LeBron needs a fucking big man. And the Lakers need a big man. And I don't know when did NBA... Hold on, when is it? When is the NBA trade deadline? 16th Thursday. The 16th Thursday of the season, mid-February. So, well, they got like a week 2 left, a week left into the deadline, bro. Like, oh my gosh, dude, we gotta figure something out. But let's see what Jxmyhighroller have to say. Shit's insane, bro.
There aren't many things that can stop the entire NBA world in its tracks at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. Did someone score 100 points? Did LeBron hastily retire in the middle of the season? What, did Michael Jordan come back out of retirement? What could possibly get everyone riled up out of nowhere? Oh my God.
Nigga, if Michael Jordan came back, niggas would not give a fuck. The fuck you gonna do? Get buckets? The nigga is 60. This shit not breaking the internet. The fuck, niggas gonna be confused. I'm just gonna break the internet of confused niggas, I guess.
In unison, as news broke that the Mavericks
nigga, what the fuck gonna be trending?
For Anthony Davis. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured this was just some big elaborate hack job, and I was waiting for follow-up tweets saying, false alarm, the Mavericks actually aren't brain dead. I can't believe you guys fell for it. But within minutes, it was clear that this trade was unfortunately very real, and the Mavericks are in fact out of their minds. The same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his wife before giving up, the same player who was responsible for
His wife better be shook right now, nigga.
And the Mavericks
his wife should be shook right now.
The same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his...
If I had to choose between my wife and keeping Luka on the Mavs, catch me at my Lord's office peeping for it. That is wild.
Before giving up, the same player who was responsible for a third of the organization's finals appearances, the same player who, by the grace of God, miraculously fell into their lap 7 years ago.
That nigga was supposed to be in that. We were supposed to have Luka in Atlanta, bro.
And after looking at the reported details of this exchange, how it went down and who was involved, this is, without exaggeration, the most shocking.
My dad said so. Hawks win the trade now. I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. It depends what the Mavs do with this trade. But he said the Hawks won just because they kept Trey longer, I guess.
In NBA history.
Add.
Today's video is at an even big at cash wager in sportsbook. Now that we've had about a day to digest the Luka AD trade, by now the reality of the situation should be setting in. It has not. A trade so insane that fans are now theorizing if the league did it for the sake of ratings. Imagine concocting a deal so heinous that your fans literally think you're doing it for clout.
The NBA trades is clip farming? What the why does Barkley look like that? Why does this nigga look like this, bro?
That is how crazy this trade is.
Yo, why does his head...
There's about a dozen reasons why this is legitimately the most shocking deal we have ever seen. First, according to multiple sources, none of the players even knew this trade was happening. Not Luka, not Anthony Davis, not even the Lakers GM LeBron James. As some sources put it, this deal materialized in the shadows. In the shadows? What is this, the Illuminati? What do you mean in the shadows? And turns out this was the cleanest way this deal could have gone down. Because the next component that makes this truly the craziest trade to ever happen, Luka never requested a trade. He's been in Dallas his entire career, and outside of a few rumors, nothing suggested he wouldn't.
They didn't want to give him that super max.
There wasn't any buildup, there wasn't any reports of a disgruntled Luka making demands. It just happened. out of the blue, which is reason number 3. The Mavs just traded away a top 3 asset in the NBA without even shopping him. No bidding wars, no asking around.
That's what I'm saying, like, bro.
They just made.
They could have low-key got some crazier shit for Luka. But y'all niggas wanted to take AD. Y'all niggas could have got some crazier shit, bruh. And y'all could have got Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox off the fucking Mavericks. I mean, Kings. Y'all could have, bruh.
Made the call to the Lakers and accepted the deal. Can you imagine the haul Dallas would have got if they actually shopped Luka around the league for a couple of months? Oh, you want to give us Luka? Here is our entire franchise, the players, the coaches, the building, the staff, my firstborn child. Take it all. Thanks for doing business. I'll figure out the details later. If Rudy Gobert is worth 2 starters, 5 first-rounders, and a pick swap, if Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and a swap,
damn.
if an aging Paul George is worth a rising SGA,
Yo, they overpaid the fuck out for Rudy Gobert, but man.
5 first-round picks and 2 pick swaps.
Damn, they overpaid like shit.
Can you imagine
my
what a prime
gosh.
Luka Doncic would have fetched to the right team? Oh wait, I know. A 31-year-old Anthony Davis and a thank you note. It makes no sense. And that brings up reason number 4. The Mavericks were just in the finals last year.
That's AD though.
We've seen players sign with other teams after a finals run. We've seen players demand trades after a great season. But we have never seen a team willingly cough up a megastar after being just 3 games away from winning a championship. It's unthinkable, because reason number 5, it's Luka freaking Doncic. You do not trade.
When is the last time
Luka
this nigga
Doncic.
played a
If you
game,
were to
bruh?
rank players in the NBA on their trade value, starting with the players who are the most untouchable, non-negotiable, hang up the phone, and down from there, Luka is probably 3rd or 4th on that list. The only 2 players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic. Now just try to wrap your head around the deal a team would have to offer in exchange for Nikola Jokic, or what the Bucks
look at
would get in
Wemby,
return
man.
for Giannis.
Wemby's such a
Here's
goat.
hint. There isn't one, because they would never trade them away. The deal doesn't exist. Tim McMahon of ESPN reported
Wemby
that
is
Dallas
such a
had
dog,
2
bruh.
major concerns in regards of Luka's future with the franchise. The first one being his massive $345 million 5-year extension, which he would have been eligible for this summer, and the second concern being his health and condition.
Damn, if he would've
In other
got that
words,
bread,
the man was
boy.
out of shape. So
If he would've
let me
got
get this
that
straight.
bread.
The Dallas Mavericks just traded away
That's
the
like
best
different type
player
of
a
bread.
generation, the future of their franchise, and the man that just got them to the finals on one leg because he put on a few pounds. For fuck's sake, Zion Williamson ate his way into load management, and he has spent the last 6 seasons in and out of rehab, and the Pelicans are still sticking
I'm
by
sleep, bro.
it. Now, Zion didn't deserve that stray. Seems like a nice guy. I wish him the best.
That
But
nigga
you
say
get the
he
point.
ate his way
We are now
to
over
load.
a decade into the process, and the Sixers have yet to move on from Embiid. It's one thing for a franchise player to want out to sign with another team if they aren't happy and the opportunity
Yo, this
presents
nigga
itself.
taking shot
But
at
for a
these
franchise
niggas.
to pull the trigger
I
and
forgot
get
about
rid of a
trust the
megastar
process.
in his prime because of constant conditioning issues is criminal. There's really no precedent or great comparison for a trade like this, because in the past, even when teams did trade a superstar, there was context behind those trades that at least made it seem justifiable. Either the
Shaq
star
and Black.
was exiting their prime and the team was trying to salvage some value before they inevitably left, or despite how good the star was, the team wasn't finding much postseason success and wanted to go in a different direction. Or the star was bound to leave anyways, made it known, and the team had no leverage, so they were essentially forced into the trade. This deal between the Mavs and the Lakers has none of those elements involved. Luka didn't request a trade, he's 25 years old in his prime, and the Mavericks championship window just opened up. Now, as a Blazers fan, I am painfully aware of how hard it is to get your hands on a true franchise player. Painfully aware. In our team's entire 55-year existence, we've had 3. The first one got hurt, the second one was incredible, the potential third one got hurt, and the actual third one was also incredible. That's about 1 superstar every 20 years. What does the lackluster history of my team have to do with this trade? Well, because the Mavericks should know a thing or two about keeping their hands on a generational talent. Because in their franchise's history, they've only had 2 of them. Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. The first one spent his entire 21-year career in Dallas, facing ups and downs and winning arguably the heaviest and most challenging championship of our lifetime. And the second one, they traded away for AD in a box of scraps after just 6.5 seasons of a promising career. And as every fan of a non-major market team knows all too well, generational talents only come along once in a generation. The Mavericks aren't some hotspot for superstar talent. They don't get real chances to win it all often. Just 3 trips to the finals in 45 years. One of those trips at the hands of the guy who they just sent packing. They cannot afford to roll the dice and hope for greener pastures like some other teams can. You are not the Lakers. You get a player like Luka and you lock that man in and throw away the key. What are we doing? It could be another 20 years before a player of Luka's caliber puts on a Mavericks jersey. And the team traded him away because he was mildly out of shape. It makes me sick. This is coming from a desperate man who's got 18 years left before I see another day.
That is insane from a Mavericks point of view, bro.
Sources, the Mavericks were not keen on giving Luka.
Yo, if I'm a Mavericks friend, nigga, I'm damn near crashing out worse than I did when I found out they traded AD. Like, that is wow. Why would y'all even do that?
An extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. But if the third best player in the world who gets better in the playoffs is a perennial MVP candidate who's hitting his prime isn't worth paying, then who the hell is? Dallas said that this was a win-now trade, an oxymoron of a statement considering who they just traded and where he just got them last season. But superstars win championships. Superstars also cost a lot of money. And if you're not willing to empty your pockets, how committed are you to actually winning? In what world has being cheap ever won a team a title? It just seems completely counterintuitive to what they're trying to accomplish. Now, the implications of this trade for the Lakers are just as drastic, but for entirely different reasons. For starters, this will be the first time in LeBron's entire career, youth, high school, NBA, a lifetime of basketball, where he won't be the best player on his team, which is already a huge adjustment for him and the team as a whole. Specifically because Luka and LeBron essentially do the same exact thing. Oversized,
I had to get that out because it's weird hearing that in my ear, bro.
They not only have the same skill set, they take on the exact same roles on the court. LeBron has always initiated the offense, even if it meant relegating point guards to other positions. And this usually worked in the past because no one did what LeBron could do nearly as good as he could do it. But now there's a guy who can do what LeBron can do, only better. So that means unless Luka and the Lakers are okay with him getting new.
What? Hold on, okay. Jxmyhighroller, slow your roll, bro. You're getting a little too comfy, bro. No, the fuck he cannot. He don't have the athleticism as LeBron James, the defense. Like, calm down. Yes, he shoots better. I guess he got a better step back, bro. But let's calm down, bro. Like, he's not dunking on niggas, bro. He's not chasing okay, bro.
Neutralized, LeBron will have to truly play off ball and within the flow of the offense for the first time in about 2 decades. 2 LeBrons on 1 team. Sounds great in theory, probably a bit redundant. Which leads me to believe the Lakers are actually playing a longer game with this trade. Sources report that the Mavericks are the ones that approached LA with this trade. And despite the Lakers playing fairly well as of late, I think they knew their chances of winning another title with the LeBron-AD duo was getting slim. So with the option of trading away key pieces and tripling down on a 40-year-old...
I gotta get this out one more time. Weak that AD.
to carry them to the promised land, or trade for a megastar that just showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago. They couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough, which makes me think this move was the first step into the post-LeBron era in Los Angeles. As we all know, LeBron will more than likely retire within a season or 2, and the Lakers needed a new face for their franchise, and they just got it. Inexplicably, miraculously, in the most Lakers way imaginable. I always wondered what LeBron's final years
fuck the Lakers after Bron. I have always been saying when LeBron retired, it's Luka and Wemby, but it's like not like this. I didn't want to stay in LA, bro. I don't want to stay in LA.
But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would be playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic in a Lakers jersey. All in all, it seems like the Mavericks won this trade, if you zoom way in and look at this in an 18-month window. But zoom out, and the Lakers are looking around asking themselves how they just pulled off a bank heist. With AD, the Mavericks lineup looks good, possibly a winning formula. But the Lakers got Luka Doncic, and in 20 years, fans will look back and wonder how one of the greatest players of all time in his prime was traded away on a random Saturday night.
It's really Sunday morning if we're being real in some states. But let me know what y'all think about it down below. On the road to 20,000, man. I am out this bitch, man. I miss you, AD.